Morning, everyone. UFC Fight Night 194. Official weigh-in set to begin. Hopefully you marked your calendar accordingly that we're 1 hour earlier than normal. So we're getting started here in about 9 minutes, 1 hour earlier than normal. Did have a late switch on the card. If you haven't seen, Chris Curtis stepping in for Daron Wynn. We'll be facing Phil Hawes, so not even... be honest with you, I'm not even exactly sure what'll happen. I got up and saw that as I was getting ready and heading over here to the Apex, so we'll get details on that. But Chris Curtis stepping in on incredibly short notice for this 10-fight card, which also starts early tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, so earlier in the day. I see Scott McCrate in the chat. What's going on, Scott? Shout out. Johnny's Teeth over there, always joining us. California Love in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Brandon Lights looking for Hawes. Totally understand that. Dragon 7, thank you. Appreciate you. Nice with the kind words. A little bit tired this morning. We did the UFC Comedy Jam last night, which was fun. Adam Hunter was hosting that. You had Henry Cejudo, Chael Sonnen, and Dean Thomas all doing comedy last night down there at the Strat. And they do a $25 all-you-can-drink. And you know your boy was in for that. And really, it's just, I mean, if you think about it, it's $7 a drink. So really, it's just a prudent financial decision to make is to go all in for the $25 all you can drink. But then once I'm all in, I'm getting my money's worth. You know that? John Anik in the house, fired up with the Dunkin' Donuts in his hand. Yeah. Oh, Johnny's teeth. He says Daron was not tall enough to enter the building. Just a low blow. Ooh. I was eavesdropping on a conversation there. I'm not going to lie.
I know. I turned the camera because I was reading lips. I was like, I know they want to keep this private.
Yeah, it was intended to be a private conversation there, but I'm not going to lie. I stopped talking because I was eavesdropping as well. But John Anik was asking Jeff Mullen for some clarification on the entire process for how the instant replay of the clash of heads in the Chris Daukaus victory over Kevin Holland that, of course, was ultimately declared no contest. Looked like he was looking for a little clarification. And not so much in terms of questioning whether the decision was the right one or not, but just, how to convey it correctly to the audience. So you want to see a commitment to professionalism, a commitment to the craft. That's John Anik. He's looking for some added background information to understand exactly and make sure that he's saying the right thing to the audience. So, but yeah, clearly that was intended to be a private conversation, but I'm not going to lie, I was listening to it. Ooh, Johnny's teeth likes Rodriguez is plus 150. You know, listen, man, I went with Dern. Looks like Brandon Light's going with Dern as well. Excuse me. But if you listen to the MMA Roadshow that we put out this week, we were just talking about yesterday. I picked Dern, but man, if she can't get it to the ground, you know, and she's forced to fight on the feet, it could be a long night for her. Rodriguez striking is legit, absolutely legit. Ice J Fish calling Kyle a cheater. Come on, how you gonna call Kyle a cheater? That's just trolling right there, bro. You think he meant to clash the heads? Come on now. Die Hard. What's going on there? Nader in the house. Well, Ulysses says Marina gonna eat her on the feet as well. A lot of people lean that way. I think it's a great fight because of that, man. I see past the victory for both fighters, obviously. You know, I don't think it's a number one contender fight. You got Carlos Esparza out there, but it's a very meaningful fight in the division. Stylistically, it's a lot of fun too. Shout out Nader. Shout out Daniel. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Wow. All right. A lot of people thinking Marina gets this thing done. Well, Joseph feels that way sometimes, huh? Sitting around waiting. All right, everybody's getting into place. John Anik has the microphone in his hand. Commission settled in place as well. You got Cold Coffee over here providing that beautiful 4K stream. I'll be taking pictures, tweeting results, updating the website, all that good stuff. But as time allows, we'll certainly jump on here and get a little chat going with you. Appreciate everybody's tuning in. Appreciate everybody's chatting. Just 10 fights, so we'll see. Maybe we get this thing done quick. We'll find out. Face-offs will follow. Let's get this thing started.
All right, thank you all for being here for the weigh-in UFC Fight Night, Dern versus Rodriguez, and we will begin with the woman around whom this fight card was built. 6th ranked strawweight contender, taking part in her second UFC main event here tomorrow, Marina Rodriguez.
I'm not getting anything through here. You had tone though. Yeah, I had tone.
115, the official weight for Marina Rodriguez.
Sorry, Trace, that was my bad. Yeah, it was me. I know. I turned it down because of the tone, didn't turn it back up.
Don't send me in that panic so early in the morning.
All right, next athlete to the scale in the UFC's lightweight division, Steve Garcia. $155, the official weight for Steve Garcia. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing on the main card live on ESPN Plus in the women's flyweight division, Maria Agapova. $125, the official weight for Maria Agapova. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's lightweight division, Charlie Anteveros. $155.5, the official weight for Charlie Anteveros. All right, back to the main card now in the women's flyweight division as we welcome Colombia's Sabina Mazo. $125, the official weight for Sabina Mazo. All right, next athlete to the scale in the men's flyweight division, number 9 in the world, Tim Elliott. $125.5, the official weight for Tim Elliott. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's featherweight division, we welcome Damon Jackson. $145.5, the official weight for Damon Jackson. All right, next fighter set to compete in a featured bout live on ESPN Plus on the main card in the flyweight division, number 11, Matthews Nicolau. Official weight, 125.5 for Mr. Nicolau. All right, next up in the UFC's bantamweight division, Felipe Kolash. .136 for Felipe Kolash. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing on the main card in the middleweight division and making his UFC debut, Chris Curtis. $184.5 for Chris Curtis.
$84.5.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Crazy. Woke up to that text. I'm like,
Crazy.
good for him, man. Being on point. Does he normally fight middleweight? Is he like a welterweight?
Welterweight.
That was. I had a call with DC today to get some Dern win intel.
Never mind.
But, you know, I think about like, you know, some of the challenges you must have when it comes to some of the athletes. And when I used to do a lot of like boxing that was in the Philippines that we would call from Bristol, Connecticut, and we had nothing.
Nothing
right?
at all.
It was like it just, you know, guess on a pronunciation, and then I mean, I didn't know. I mean,
Hope for the best.
yeah, and then Bellator season 1 was very much fly by the seat of our pants. You know, obviously we had the internet, but it's not like there was anything generated from the promotion until like very late in the season.
Definitely a challenge. Kind of invent the story on the fly. Right.
How about the Dallas Cowboys?
So they're looking good. They're looking good.
I'm telling you, that killing there, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of nice to finally have a team that creates some turnovers and good.
But you know, it's like you know, like the thing about Bill Belichick, the way he coaches is that like he always coaches to win. He's never coaching to lose. And when I watch like your average, like even the Rams last night, you know, you should put the game away. Like, don't give the ball back to the end. And Kellen Moore very much coaches to win. You know, and I just think like you have to be aggressive. You have to go for it on your own side of the field.
You get that flag.
Like yeah, I mean, it's like, and you get the ball late in the game. It's like you throw the ball. Like you know, I know history says, oh, run the clock, make them use their timeouts.
All of a sudden, you're not moving it anymore. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or we could just go up by 21 and then the clock doesn't matter.
Right. Well, right. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's like they could have made that a lot easier on themselves last night.
That's funny.
Good, how are you? All right, next fighter to the scale, one half of the featured prelim live on ESPN Plus in the UFC's bantamweight division, Chris Gutierrez. Official weight 135 for Chris Gutierrez. All right, next fighter to the scale, undefeated heavyweight out of Moldova, Alexander Romanov. £260, the official weight for Alexander Romanov.
It hurts. A waste.
100%.
But they need
100%.
to just say that.
Yeah,
I can
100%.
replicate that.
Yeah, I think Heidi has actually stopped having them slow it down.
I would
just rip it 100%.
I would do that too.
Right, yeah.
I think when they slow it down, that's when it changes
Yeah.
the pronunciation. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC women's strawweight division, set to make her promotional debut here tomorrow, Silvana Gomez Juarez. £114, the official weight for Silvana Gomez Juarez.
All right. So we're about half an hour into this 2-hour weigh-in session. Hopefully, if you're just joining us, you didn't join us late. We did start an hour earlier than normal. We have seen one half of our main event weigh in. Marina Rodriguez was first on the scale at 115 pounds. Full results up over at MMA Junkie. JTM. Anyone think Hawes and Wynn will go all the way? I will guarantee you Hawes and Wynn do not go all the way. Only because, unfortunately, Jerron Wynn is out. So that was a little bit of breaking news this morning. Chris Curtis stepped in on incredibly short notice. Nathan Bates, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, having a good morning this morning. A little early.
All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning in the UFC strawweight division, Lupi Godinez. $115.5, the official weight for Lupi Godinez. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's featherweight division, Charles Boston Strong Rosa. Official weight 145.5 for Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
I changed it. Yeah, you just have to hit refresh. That's funny. All right. Seemed like just as soon as I settled in there, we were going again. Uh-oh, just back in place. Maybe that's going to be the case once again. Okay, false alarm. Jake, it is all you can drink coffee here. It's not bad coffee, to be honest with you. You know, comes out of a big container. Banquet style. It's a heck of a review there. C. Johnson betting against her crackhead energy. Wow. Oh, we're talking about a little Wilder Fury 3 as well. Weigh-ins later today. C-Class Mike Tyson. Ouch. Ouch. All right, let's see what JTM's got here. Garcia by TKO, Godinez decision, Rosa decision, Romanov TKO sub, Gutierrez, Hawes, Mazzo, Elliott, Brown, Rodriguez. All right, all right. So for anybody just joining us, full results up over at MMA Junkie. I believe we have 5 left to go. But some key names among those 5, including headliner Mackenzie Dern, both half of the co-main event, and Randy Brown and Jared Gooden, Phil Hawes, and Chris Gutierrez. Mike's picks. Cheers to you, sir. Thank you, Anthony. We do the best we can. Oh, Brian Anthony, just terrible. I don't know what happened. So, this was the official. Here's the official word on Dern win, which I still haven't seen full details, but obviously we've been here. This is from the UFC. Middleweight athlete Dern win has been removed from his upcoming bout against Phil Hawes due to non-weight-related health issues. So I'm assuming that means it wasn't COVID, because I think they usually say due to COVID-19 protocol. And obviously they're saying it wasn't weight-related, so to be honest, I'm not sure what the details are on that yet. Dev, the dude, what's going on? Natch has a Agapova all day. That's a good fight. I think the main card has some good matchups, some intriguing matchups. The dude says it's his rib. Okay, I didn't see that. You know what, man? That wouldn't surprise me. I thought that was a pretty quick turnaround. You know, we talked to him about it a little bit beforehand. You know, asking what happened with his rib. I mean, you know, that's an injury that just takes time to rest and heal. So that would not shock me if that was still the case. I mean, I remember thinking it just seemed like a quick turnaround if it was worth him pulling out, you know, a couple months ago. But who knows? Who knows? We'll wait for official word on that, I guess. What fight are you most excited for? I mean, honestly, the main event. I find the main event incredibly intriguing. But I'd probably say Elliott Nicolau as well. Mazo Agapova could be good too. That's what I say. I like the. I mean, Randy Brown, Jared Gooden could be good. I'm telling you. You know, I saw somebody say earlier, worst. You know, is this the worst card ever? It's definitely short on big star, you know, value. But the main card, especially, looks like it could be pretty intriguing. So I think we're gonna do pretty good. Roman has Curtis weighed in. Yes, he did. Chris Curtis did weigh in. 184.5. Oh, this is who you got for Vittori versus Costa. That's a tough one. I think maybe Vittori. Maybe Vittori on that one. Maybe Vittori. Neo, I agree. A lot of people just trying to, make a name. Too good for themselves. I think it's going to be good. And look, it's not, it's kind of a lazy cliche where people say, oh, well, it's the cards that nobody's paying attention to that deliver the best. No, I'm not just falling back on that. Which does happen sometimes. Sometimes when you go in with low expectations, it entertains, you have a good one. And I like the fact that it's early in the day. It's not taking up your Saturday night. It's just your Saturday afternoon. But stylistically, I think there's some good matchups on here. Scott McCray. Yeah, we did this. So we did stand-up comedy last night. We went to the show. It was the UFC Comedy Jam at the Strat. So Cejudo, Henry Cejudo did his very first stand-up set ever. And he did a pretty good job, to be honest with you. And then you had Chael Sonnen and Dean Thomas, who obviously did good. They got some experience, but had a good time. And then Adam Hunter was hosting, and Adam's always fun. So it was a fun night. And all you can drink was in effect. Justin T, what's going on? What belt do you think is most likely to change hands by the end of the year, says Ethan. Ooh, by the end of this year. So we already know pretty much what we got. I mean, you'd be tempted to say lightweight, right? I mean, no disrespect to Charles Oliveira. He's a killer, but Poirier seems to be operating on a different level right now. Look, I think Covington's more competitive than people give him credit for, but I think Usman's on a different plane right now, so I like him to keep there. Teixeira could come in and sneak around. I definitely see the interim bantamweight belt changing hands from nobody's hands to somebody's hands, so I'll cheat on that answer. I guess probably lightweight. Which I feel bad saying that because I think Oliveira's a killer too. Rolo at this point, don't you think James? Yeah, Krause is basically a full-time coach at this point. He said it. He doesn't really enjoy fighting as much right now. He'll take a fight here and there, but he loves this stage of his life, so for sure. Daniel, how to get in MMA media. Ooh, that's a long story. But basically, I wanted to be a sports journalist, and MMA was my passion. So there's the shorter answer. Looks like we're going to get back to action. Scrambling around. 5 people left at this point. We'll see how many we get now. Well, I thought we were ready to go.
All right, next fighter to the scale, one half of the co-main event, live on ESPN Plus. Emerging welterweight contender, Rude Boy Randy Brown. $170.5, the official weight for Randy Brown. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's heavyweight division, Jared Van Dara. $265.5, the official weight for Jared Van Dara.
All right. Sorry, I had to take a quick peek online to see if I could get that new Nintendo Switch that came out today for my son. He wants the new OLED model, so you gotta do your parently duties and try to look out for him. But I have a feeling it's gonna be hard to get one. So anyway, back to the weigh-ins. UFC Fight Night 194. Weigh-in results were an hour in, so if you're tuning in now a little after 9 a.m. local thinking we're just getting started, no. We've already been going for an hour. We got the early fight card tomorrow, so early weigh-ins as well. Now at this point we're waiting on just 3 fighters, but some key names among those 3 fighters, including headliner Mackenzie Dern, co-headliner Jared Gooden, and of course Phil Hawes, who was facing late replacement Chris Curtis as well. What's up, Ice JJ? Unpopular opinion, apologize. My house is full. Yeah, Johnny's teeth, you gotta, I'm not gonna lie, I spoiled my kid, but gotta look out for him. Oh, steaks for breakfast. That's a little life in sports talk, bro. Jake's going hard for breakfast. I like it. Ben, we got your application on file, man. We got your application on file.
Jesus Christ, that was one of the fighters playing that song. And he asked who had the sax playing in the background. What is that song? Guilty. Should I know better?
Yeah.
Whatever that song's called.
That's funny. Okay. So, Cold Coffee has a message for Jesus Christ. That music that was playing was one of the fighters. So, there you go. Johnny's teeth. You gotta spoil them, right, man? They're going through some shit right now, dude. It's been a crazy couple of years for the kids, so gotta spoil them a little bit. Oh, DXJ is going in on action, man, at plus 350. It'd be a heck of a story for Chris Curtis to step in on hours' notice, pick up a win in his UFC debut. That'd be a big one. Yeah, that's the truth. Johnny's teeth. That's what's up. Goat. I only got enough budget for one. All right, Khaled. We got you. You don't have to keep repeating your comment. We see you. California Love. He is. My wife teaches him Spanish, so we're raising him to be bilingual for sure. I don't remember seeing that Curtis was supposed to be on Contender Series, unless he had accepted something late replacement. But I don't think so. Ben, I'm gonna go over. I think I'm gonna go over. Khaled, we got you. Stop repeating your comments. I don't know, Denise, if it's a rough cut or not. She said she was dialed in. She said she was lighter. So we'll see. She mentioned flyweight, but she said no. That it wasn't because of any issues right now. Unpopular opinion. I'm going Fury. I'm going Fury on that one. Oh, that's right. Gianni's teeth. You're right. He was on that Fury card, right? It was on that Fury card that was going to be up in Colorado. Is that the one? Shiny little slow jam radio host. It's the Quiet Storm. Yeah, DXJ. There you go. That November 14th card. So still, I mean, we're talking about a month away. It's not like it's like he was fighting next week or something. So. Thanks, Unpopular Opinion. Appreciate you. Yes, check out the MMA Roadshow. If you enjoy the conversation, the MMA Roadshow with John Morgan. Cheap plug for the podcast and myself and Cold Coffee. Host each week for 341 consecutive weeks. Haven't missed a single week. No vacation, rain, sleet, snow. We come at you. Consistency. Yeah, Incognito Dern win is out for sure. Denise, what do you think about next week card? You know what? Let's take a look at it. It's hard for me to keep track of the cards. Let's take a look. Oh, Johnny's Teeth was a 5-round main. Okay. But it's still a month out, though, man. Still a month out. So, obviously, you know, the main event next week, Aspen Ladd stepping in on short notice, taking the main event against Nora Dumont. Interested to see how her body reacts. I mean, obviously, moving up 10 pounds makes a lot of sense. But, you know, is it a struggle for her to stay on point? Not sure. Oh, hold on. Got a message here in my Slack channel from the coworkers. Check this out.
Did you see anything about Chris Curtis and Phil Hawes fight off?
No.
I think that Chris Hawes that fight off.
Do we know why?
No, just saying they fighting for that something. Which fight that?
Phil not making weight, or
Don't know.
or decided he didn't want to take the opponent?
That guy stepped in on 1 day's notice as well.
I know.
Seemed really hyped to be here.
Oh yeah, he was super excited.
So
That'd be crazy if they're like, oh no, we just need you for this. We don't really.
do they still do the thing where if you weigh in you get paid? Is that still
Yeah.
so,
Just to get a show money. 10 G's.
for 1 day's work?
But you're gone. We'll be doing welterweight Ultimate Fighter next year, so maybe that. Don't call us, we'll call you.
For Fury. Fair point. That's when it starts. So entrance is at 1. Yeah, so
So Hot T walked over here, Oscar Willis, and that's what my message was at, my little chat here as well, that there are reports now that Hawes and Curtis is off. Unfortunately, there is no staff here in the immediate vicinity to try to confirm that with, so gonna be time to work the phones, I guess. Oh, and in our company chat there, Nolan King says he has confirmed that fight is off. Not sure what the details are. Can't imagine perhaps a weight cut issue with Hawes. Maybe he didn't want to accept the replacement opponent. We'll see what's going on here. So this is developing story. Huh? Uh-huh. That's who he works for. Oh, I didn't know. I'm looking at the YouTube. That's yeah. Maybe they signed a. Yeah. Oh, of course, they're not gonna put anything of ours. Just like we wouldn't put anything of theirs.
cap. It's not like I get credential for Golden Boy shows anyway. Do they do those? I think it's wild that Oscar De La Hoya is returning to boxing but not on his own promotion. Yeah, so Phil Ward's pulled up. Sorry?
Yeah, but she's not supposed to be a public spokesperson.
They were. I haven't seen any yet. Any of the official.
Damn. Snake bit, dude. Snake bit. course.
Yeah, let's see.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty smart if we can do that.
That's pretty cool.
There's like a little smiley.
All right, so still no official staff around here that I can ask directly, but reports are that Phil Hawes turned down the replacement in Chris Curtis. So it appears that fight is off at this time, which means at this point we're still waiting on Mackenzie Dern and Jared Gooden. Chins, what's going on? And JT gonna go for the 19 parlay. I like it. Hey, 9 fights, nothing wrong with that. We get it done quickly. Get you entertainment, but it doesn't take 6 hours. It's all right. Jack attack. No, Mackenzie Dern has not weighed in. Boogie, that's definitely not the case. So we've got about 33 minutes left. So we did start an hour earlier than normal. So we're about 33 minutes left in the official weigh-in ceremony at this point. We're just waiting on 2 fighters. Yes, sir. JTN, 10:30 a.m. local time tomorrow for the first fight. Nader, yeah, that's my understanding. T-Mobile.
Bored, John.
Board. Got to head over to the boxing weigh-ins this afternoon.
Yep. Straight from here, probably. Well, no, actually not. But yeah.
It'd be easier if it was just straight from here, right?
Be nicer, yeah. I think the fights tomorrow will be straight. Like go from the fight straight to the boxing.
Yeah.
I'm starting to reconsider going to the fights.
I would too.
Are you going to both tomorrow? Well, if you're going, I'll pass the day, so I can't let you out work.
It's a long day.
It's a long day.
Yeah, at least it's only 9 fights now, so here won't be that long.
But the pacing was still, well, the early mornings, they usually bang them out pretty quick.
If it's on ESPN Plus, yeah, because they don't have like a slot that they have to fill. So
Not a lot to this card. In terms of drama and interest. It's funny, I was literally, so obviously, you know, now we get to the point where we look at the card when we get here. I looked at it, I was like, oh, Dern, that's a good fight. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Then he got changed and
Then it got
canceled.
again.
That's funny. Yeah, I know somebody was just like, what do you think about next week's card? I was like, let me pull that up because I'm not sure what's on it.
Who is next week? Aspen versus Romanov.
Yeah. Got my boy Arlovsky in the co-main event.
Oh yeah, I wondered if they're going to bump him up now. If they were going to.
If they lost the fight,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
But you always do manage to, I mean, Aspen versus Romanov is whatever, but you do always manage to pull something out of the bag, don't they?
They do. Discussing boxing plans with Oscar Willis. Sounds like he's going to cover both cards tomorrow. Not me. Just be covering MMA and then maybe go home at night and watch a little boxing. Buy the pay-per-view. All right, so listen, if you're just joining us, 30 minutes remaining in the weigh-ins at this point. We did start an hour early, so we just got 30 minutes left. Still waiting on official messaging from the UFC, but it does appear Phil Hawes is off. The card at this point, reports are that he did not agree to face Chris Curtis, who was stepping in on, less than a day's notice to replace Deron Wynn. We're still waiting on Mackenzie Dern to weigh in at this point, and we're still waiting on Jerry Gooden at this point. MP. That's an interesting scenario there. Ooh, JT. Whew. Oh, boy, that would be crazy. Let's knock on wood that that's not happening. But yeah, JT says this card gets canceled if Dern and Gooden don't weigh in, right? We're not gonna entertain those thoughts right now. Yeah, Nader saw that. Patty Penable announced a big deal with Barstool Sports this morning. Hello, Anteveros. What's going on? Keps at John, we ask why lad that missed weight will headline the next one and not Chasson, who did her job as a pro. Yeah, you wonder if she got offered the fight, right? But maybe Chasson. I mean, it would make sense for her too, right? But if Aspen volunteered, that's probably why. know how that whole scenario played out, so I have to find out. It would be weird if that's who they went to right away first, right? Anna Rude, I remember for sure. Wait, Jesse Jason, Anna Cater? What's going on with that? Denisa, I will not be going to Abu Dhabi this time. Believe it or not. After 10 weeks in Abu Dhabi last year, I'm not going this time. That's right, Scott McCray. Appreciate the plug there. Yeah, JTM, it happens. It happens. Oh, I see EJ. I appreciate you. I'd fly. Hey, if my man Punk can get here, I'd do commentary with him tomorrow. We're doing CFFC again at the end of this month. So, if you enjoy the commentary of myself and CM Punk, join us later this month. Oh, John Anik is back. Let's see if we're. Oh, no. He just came in to grab a little sip of coffee. Thought maybe we had a little action, but no. Still 27 minutes left to go. Avanish, I have not seen if he's officially 170 or not. I know there was some discussion about him possibly stepping in against Islam. But my understanding is, that was offered but never agreed. Johnny's teeth. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, man, Apple Podcasts, whatever the case may be, the MMA Roadshow, get it. Cheeto versus Edgar, Strickland versus Rockhold. Those are good ones, man.
No, I get that. I got a different one as well, but
I think I like Cheeto and Sean in those.
for sure, I don't have that one with me, but it's still good.
As Oscar was, checked his bloodline to see if he's Paul Felder's brother. They might be related somewhere down there, Shawnee. They might be related. Okay. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate the feedback. You're right. Journalists are very scared to ask Dana tough questions. The fear that we all have. We tremble. What? All right, Cold Coffee's up here playing with a cartoon filter on Instagram. Hard work up in front of me, one row ahead. Denise Rockhold gonna shoot the double right off the bat. I think he should. I think he should try to get that to the ground right away. Oh, Charlie Mann's asking about the Damon fight. I'm assuming you're talking about Damon Jackson and Charles Rosa this weekend. I think that's going to be a good fight. Man, I like both those guys. Hate to see either one of them take an L in that one. A lot on the line. So I think that could be an exciting fight, to be honest with you. Those guys bring it, man. Oh, and I mean, it definitely seems like they're on top of it, right? It was good to see what Chris Tione's reaction the other night. You know, the clash of heads. I'll be honest. The other night, I didn't even see the clash of heads on Contender Series. When he stopped the action, I wasn't sure what it was for. But good for him, man. Good for him. He was right on top of it. And I think that's the right way. You know, the whole situation with Dawkins and Holland, I think the right decision was ultimately reached, but it was just controversial because of how much action played out. And, you know, I think if Dan had stopped it right away, obviously there'd be no discussion about it. It'd be fine. So I think Chris Tione did a fantastic job the other night. Adonis says people on Topology said Hawes made a smart decision. He's got nothing for beating Curtis, but a lot if he loses. I don't disagree. To be honest with you. You know, to take the short notice guy with nothing to lose. it's a risk, especially, you know, man, when you think about Hawes's run to get here, you know what I mean, where he you know, kept having these setbacks, and now things are really going his way. I don't necessarily blame him. All right, Jen just wants 2 locks for tomorrow. I like Romanov a lot on the prelims. Outside of that, another lock. Some competitive fights, man. I'm not sure. I like. That's tough. How about I give you one? Are we good on that? Stack says, "Do you see anybody beating Magmed and Goliath besides Jan or Yuri?" No, those are good ones right there.
So they don't want to think about
Those are good ones. And Goliath is tough. You like Gutierrez? Jack Attack says Gutierrez on a lock. Well, I mean, Johnny's teeth. I mean, a lock. I'm probably gonna end up going with it. I mean, I don't have the odds in front of me right now, but I mean, I guess if they're automatic locks, they're probably gonna be the biggest favorites, right? It's tough. I'm looking at other ones, man. That's one thing I love about that. I feel like it's just so disrespectful to be like, that guy has 0 chance of winning. Like, nah, they do, you know?
and especially if there's someone in there like Manzo that I know.
Hmm? Christopher, I can't disagree. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's the biggest problem, right? Laying minus 700. Is Romanov is minus 700? That's insane. I didn't realize it's that high. But yeah, I mean, to lay that type of money on any fight, dude, that's tough, dude. Because weird things happen, you know. Weird things happen. Official breakthrough says Curtis. You know, Curtis is pissed. Yeah. Yeah, you got to imagine the emotion that Chris Curtis is going through. It's crazy. If you saw his weigh-in earlier, man, he was like, "Oh, it's 10 years late, but I'm here." I mean, he was super excited, and now to have that taken away from him. But, you know, I don't know what the UFC will do, but you got to think the fact that he stepped up on short notice and was willing to do this, you know, they'll give him another fight. I would imagine they'll give him another fight. All right, we're getting it right back in action. Let's see who we got left.
I'm giving Jared Gooden his bonus for the Gooden Gilbert fight that he never got. All right, next athlete to the scale, the other half of the co-main event in the UFC's welterweight division, Jared Night Train Gooden. .174, the official weight for Jared Gooden.
Oh, that's not good. I don't believe he'll be allowed to cut anymore. We're going back to play, so imagine this will be Mackenzie Dern.
All right, our final athlete to weigh in today, one of the women around whom this fight card was built, the number 4 ranked strawweight contender, Mackenzie Dern.
$114.5.
114.5, the official weight for Mackenzie Dern. Your UFC Fight Night main event is official.
Okay, not gonna lie, I got a little nervous there for a minute, but they didn't have the shield out. Yes. I was like, no, you're fine.
What did you have? 174. Go to the restroom for 5 seconds.
All right, so we're gonna get the last couple photos edited here, get the posts all updated, all that good stuff. Official messaging from the UFC simply states the middleweight bout between Phil Hawes and Chris Curtis has been canceled from tomorrow's event, so no additional information provided from the UFC. We'll have the face-offs here in just a few minutes. Step away for a little work and get to that. can kill though. I'm fine.
Yeah, or anything like that. So we just wait for it to take off. So this is next guy.
So Verizon, when they built the stadium, Verizon was the only company to show up and put in that 5G. The other two, like AT&T and T-Mobile, said no, we don't do it because there's nothing in it.
What else was
And they built it right there. There. They never seen it. So Verizon is the only one that has 5G capability inside
They
there.
said Don texted me everything's planned. John texted me this morning
Like, what if failed?
saying he won't be until 1 and then I'm like,
T-Mobile did it.
No,
But I had a good
T-Mobile,
time.
on the my service
Whatever we
is
did
so
last
god
night.
awful. T-Mobile.
Me too. Well,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's so bad.
Today's the only thing that's actually
My
happening
5G, I have to
is
turn it off.
plans.
I go
And
back
then
to
we have
LTE
some studio shows. They
because
don't start
it
till
doesn't
3.
connect to LTE.
So I think he wanted to see medicals and stuff. The last two are back there, but he couldn't take pictures and give them medical time.
Read it off.
So where those two doctors were, the last two are back
I read
there.
it all.
Checked out.
We were only paying like $8
There's no one to
I don't have any service. So it's good.
They saw fire meetings and everybody came out.
I know. So you might as well. Figure it out. And then Magnus, so he manages all the they use AT&T, and then the NFL, they have to have 2 different SIM cards, Verizon and AT&T, depending on what stadium they're in. It's like a mess. When we're on the road, it's so difficult to get over. Sounds great, man. He's doing good. Baby girl. He's fresh in the Oh, yeah. Well, I think they just need to be so we know. Old school way. We don't have a fight. Oh, they do. Yeah,
Usually like 9 to 11. And the fights are in the afternoon.
not me.
These fights are in the morning.
He's got a small
Do them an hour.
18.
It'll be in our first hour instead of finishing up. Oh, Cooper.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, whatever you want.
He lives in Austin?
Yeah, just outside Dallas.
I never even
For playing golf at PGA Tour, some stuff with
you guys have fun.
No Josh, right? Yeah, I'll make them out. But he's actually coming.
you got it?
Yeah, because like we're good.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. It's gonna be like the easiest like Friday. I'm just
Hey, I assume we're going with the same order.
Yep. Just take off that one.
Correct?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I think it's only now. Oh, no, like you can say it. It's almost like breaking them down.
Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm about to MC the stare downs. Is it a 4-fight main card?
See?
Dude.
Okay.
That's not the dude.
Okay.
How much like usually when you're on it, like, so you the same, but I think I really don't trap man. Eat that much, but I know like not to eat clean basically. I try to eat clean.
Okay.
Yeah. On weekends though, bro. I'm doing whatever the hell I want. When I do Friday though, I consistent on clean workout, get my shit done, but it's Saturday, Sunday, though, I don't have yeah.
I guess he said he sent me one.
Somewhere else.
Oh, really? Right, that's right. Yeah. Where we belong. I listen to a lot of like local sports radio in Florida, and they love the Florida Panthers. And they think it's good. Really good.
You see my brother do these.
That's what I was
He trims it, but like he wants to take it out.
Neither of my brothers are able to do it.
To the left. From both sides.
I'm happy. Right? You good?
Anything for you, dog?
All right, thank you all for being here for the stare downs. It is UFC Fight Night, Dern versus Rodriguez. My man Sean Shelby's in the building. We have 9 fights coming your way wall to wall on ESPN Plus. New start time, 11 a.m. local here at the Apex tomorrow. And our first prelim is in the lightweight division. Steve Garcia versus Charlie Anteveros. All right, next prelim in the UFC strawweight division, Lupe Godinez versus Silvana Gomez Juarez.
All right, next up should be a good one in the UFC featherweight division. Charles Rosa versus Damon Jackson. And with that, our featured prelim comes your way in the heavyweight division. Alexander Romanov versus Jared Van Dara. All right, now we get to the main card, also live on ESPN+. First up in the bantamweight division, Chris Gutierrez versus Felipe Koladish. All right, next up in the women's flyweight division, Sabina Mazo versus Maria Agapova. All right, that brings us to a featured bout in the flyweight division. 9th-ranked Tim Elliott versus number 11, Matthews Nicolau. All right, co-main event at welterweight, Randy Brown versus Jared Gooden. All right, and our main event between two of the strawweight division's best, 4th-ranked Mackenzie Dern versus number 6, Marina Rodriguez. And that is your main event, folks. Mackenzie Dern, Marina Rodriguez, live on ESPN Plus under the lights here at the Apex tomorrow. One more sleep. We'll see you bright and early.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. New start time tomorrow, 11 a.m. local, 2 p.m. Pacific. Just 9 fights now, but we'll have you covered. MMA Junkie, thanks for joining. See you then.
You heard that 11?
Yeah.
Every time I get ahead of it, though, you know, it happens. So I literally yesterday to get myself in a position. But
Be able to relax.
but you know, it's like at least like this my this first start now doesn't happen. At least, you know, so there's some, you know.
Something,
All right, babe. I'll
let me know
check
if
in
you
with
need
you later.
anything,
Thank
okay?
you.
take it? Yeah. Yeah, yep, she's better with the camera.
You want to take a real one?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, right here, guys. Good. There you go. Perfect.